Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy M.K.S here, back in another video. Still getting used to not using a mic because I was so used to using a mic before, but although I didn't used to use one. But anyway, I mentioned before, I think, well, I mentioned on Facebook, I think, I'm not sure if I mentioned it on YouTube, but I'm no longer using a mic because sometimes I don't put it in correctly and I don't put it in right, and then, excuse the expression, but then it makes a fuzzy sound, so you can't hear or what I say. So I thought I'd just go without a mic, and hopefully my voice will be loud enough by itself. But unless I get a mic, which I know how to use better. But anyway, I'm going to crack on with the list of these ideas of mine. But yeah, I hope people out there enjoy it and it makes sense. I hope to find a way to express my ideas, explain them as well as possible. But yeah, recently I've been having trouble to keep motivated and like have the energy to wake up early and do lots of stuff. So hopefully in August I will do so. But a lot of these ideas I wanted to put into practice really on my birthday, August 29th. But anyway, I'm going to crack on with the list of my ideas. So here goes. Number one, I struggle to decide where to start with my ideas because I have so many, and I had this idea for a while, but I often struggle to explain or even think about how I want it to go, or I have different ideas, and then I overcomplicate things, I suppose. Number two, but I'd love to learn how to get things started and how to work on ideas. And I suppose making videos like this, I'm sort of starting to express the ideas and like planning towards them. And hopefully, I'll learn from my mistakes. If I make plenty of mistakes, I don't really like to make mistakes, but I suppose it is the way you learn. So hopefully, I'll learn off my mistakes, and hopefully, I'll continue to learn and improve my punctuation, for instance. And hopefully, one day I'll learn to make works or writings, including which people out there enjoy, including my YouTube videos. I suppose. I'd also love for this to be like part of my legacy, like things I hope to be known for, and that kind of thing. Number three, I hope to promote libertarianism and things like that. Number four, as well as my 5 causes, which I often talk about generally, and also promoting peace and positivity rather than negative stuff, peace rather than war and stuff like that. I'd love to create ideas and plans and works, I put in speech marks, that promote peace and things like that. Number 5, this will be done in, I suppose this is part of, there's 5 sort of parts to this, shall we say. One is M.K.S works, another is, I often give my ideas strange sort of titles, but another is M.K.S initial auctions / signature sales, as I put it in writing, which would be a mad idea I have about selling things to, if I could, I would sell things to the world's billionaires and stuff like that, including my writings, which would be quite an interesting thing, because if I could ever do that, if I could ever manage that. Again, sometimes I do wonder whether I should, in the Facebook version of this, I did mention in the intro, I think, or certainly in the video itself, about how I sometimes wonder whether I should explain these ideas or should go through these ideas because they're quite mad. But I would love to sell things to the world's billionaires, including my writing, which would be quite an irony, I suppose. Some would argue, why would they buy your writing out of anyone, especially how scruffy it is, which I love irony, so I think it would be quite an irony if I could achieve a lot of these dreams of mine, considering how foolish I am. Another thing would be M.K.S works for M.K.S initial auctions, as I put it, which is like my own way of making my own version of like Microsoft Word and stuff like that. Another is M.K.S for books online, and another, the 5th one, is the practically or virtually paperless office, where I hope to encourage people to do more stuff online, which is a bit contradictory of myself, perhaps, because I love to have papers in as many places as possible, wherever I have permission. Number 6, I dream that this would be run by people from what I call the 6. I'm not going to go into in detail in this video because, or possibly in these videos, because I don't want these videos to be too long, and I have mentioned that before. So if you check out, like, if you look at my other videos, or if you search through my videos, you'll see like what I call the 6. I think there's there's a search sort of bar which you can see what videos people have made. If you type in the 6, I explain there what I mean by that, by the 6. So I'm not going to go into detail in this video about that. But yeah, it would be ran by, I would give them permission to run this idea, or all my ideas basically, for their benefit, hopefully, as well as my own especially theirs, probably even more than my own self. I suppose there's no completely selfless act, but I hope to be as selfless as possible, I suppose. I suppose the only thing I'd want is to feel good about it, which I suppose is the best thing you can get. I value my happiness more than money and things like that. Number 7, I dream through my writings to help Serie A, or Italian football generally, and Celtic to become as close as world class as possible. If I could sell works and stuff like that, I'd donate quite a lot of that to Italian football and Celtic as well, if I could. And a lot of my writings are like in blue or white and green to represent Italian football or Celtic. And if I had different notebooks like black and red for AC Milan, red and gold and red for Roma, and black and blue for Inter Milan and stuff like that, and green and white for Celtic, or any green. Like if I had a green cover, I would write my ideas for Celtic on those ones. Again, I hope that all made sense. Number 8, I hope to enjoy my writing and have a passion for it. And again, in the future, I hope that other people will like it as well. They'll like my writings and my quirky ideas. I hope people like my quirky ideas, including on YouTube, and hope to continue to practice and improve myself as much as I can. I know I can be a creature of habit, but I hope to learn things and improve in the future with that passion, and build communities and things like that. Number 9, again, probably being a bit hypocritical when I talk about the paperless office, the M.K.S, practically virtually paperless office, where I hope to work with tech companies. I think it would be in their interest to keep people online longer, because obviously that means they're using more tech equipment for longer, including myself. But yeah, being a bit hypocritical, I have these this strange OCD, or these strange mental health problems, where I love to keep writing. Like, there's not a place in the world where I wouldn't have writing if I could. So I know that's a bit hypocritical. We're talking about the paperless office and that kind of thing, but it is like it is an OCD, obsessive compulsion, I suppose you could say. So it is hard to sort of control. As I mentioned in my Facebook version of this, I'm sure my mum, in fact I know my mum would rather me have an OCD for like cleaning, tidying up and things like that, rather than this. But unfortunately, this is the OCD I have got, or one of my OCD sort of conditions. Perhaps maybe I've got a few others. And number 10, I hope by the end of these videos it will make some sort of sense at least. And I'd love to read comments from people and maybe questions if people don't quite understand what I'm on about. I can understand that. I hope I'll explain these ideas and come up with some productive works that I can be proud of and pleased with, and hopefully which will benefit the world, especially the most disadvantaged and poor people and young people, supporting the youth and the poorest 10% of people in all possible countries. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up, and again, I'd love to read any thoughts you have in the comment section, or if you want to make any reaction videos. I hope you won't be too harsh. If you do want to make memes of me, fair enough, I'll take it on the chin, but hopefully you won't be too harsh. If you take the mick out of me, take the mick out of Michael. As I say, hopefully, I'll take it on the chin, but hopefully, you won't be too harsh. I'm a bit of a softie at the end of the day, a snowflake or whatever. But anyway, I am out. Peace out.